Jai Hind, friends. So today we'll be talking about the rationale behind the unique selection system the SSB is, and why it has been designed in such a way, and how these different tests have evolved over time, and what exactly they are looking for. It is actually very simple, but it is being unnecessarily complicated on the internet and by some wrong guidance. So I'll be talking about why these certain tests are in the manner they are, and how exactly you can prepare yourself to get through the selection procedure. So let me first talk about why the armed forces selection system is designed in an ambiguous manner, as in why can't they just give me a written exam and make me do some physical things and check each of my qualities in a very transparent method, so that even I can prepare and come better equipped for the next attempt. Why is it not happening that way, and why is the selection system so secretive, and why I don't know why I haven't got selected the previous attempt, or I'm confused how I can improve myself for the next attempt. These are some common complaints we keep hearing about the SSB procedure as a whole. So let me tell you a background story on this. I have seen many officers who have joined defense forces out of choice. They have done fair amount of research on what exactly the defense forces do, the positives and more importantly the negatives of career inside the forces, and they have taken a very practical and informed choice. But on the other hand, there are a few number of officers who have joined out of sheer motivation and not researched enough about the sad realities of life inside the armed forces. And such people usually end up feeling cheated or feeling not so happy inside the forces, because they didn't have the complete information before they could join the system, or they could join the organization as officers. So the SSB is only looking for the right mentality and the right fit. It is not looking for some superhero, or if it is not looking for a person who can win wars directly, and not such as we call a highly officer like person. They are only looking for the right fit, whether the system is correct for you and whether you are correct for the system. It is both ways. There are some candidates who get rejected because not they are because of how can I put this, not only because they are not qualified enough, but the system is not right for them, as in their ambitions in life, their upbringing, their personality, everything is better fit in the outside world. Let's say they are more better off if they become some corporate leader, or if they become a civil servant, or anything else. And coming to whether we are judging or the selection system is judging them, and you can ask how can the assessor say what I should become. That is not up to you can complain that, but the assessors over there are only looking at the right fit for the forces. If the army or the navy or the air force is not a good organization for you uniquely, in which you cannot contribute much to the organization, and the other way around, the organization cannot help you in reaching your life goals, in that case you are usually not recommended. It is not that I didn't do my TATs correctly, I didn't do my SRTs correctly, or in the group it became a fish market and I could not put my points. All these things which you keep discussing after coming out of an SSB are useless and nonsense things. You did not get recommended only because you were not the right fit for the armed forces officers cadre at that point of time when you gave that attempt for those 5 days. It doesn't mean you cannot improve. You can always improve and you can come back for the next attempt in a better prepared manner. So that is usually why you don't get recommended. This is the basic logic behind the selection system. If you think each selection test is graded separately, and if I perform well in each tasks, and if I score maximum in psych, if I score maximum in interview, if I do well in my conference, then I'll get selected. That is a very wrong approach, because the selection system is very integrated and holistic. Your score or grading from each of the techniques, let's say the psychology, the interview, and the group task series, are combined, and an equal score is given to you in the conference also. Like, I won't get into the exact numbers because that is beyond your scope of thinking or requirement. Let's say there are 100 marks given to psych, 100 marks given to interview, and 100 marks given to GTO. An equal number of marks, that is 100 marks, will be given to conference. So overall, these are not the exact numbers, but for your reference, this is how it works. There are equal number of marks for each of the testing methods, that is psych, interview, and GTO, and the same number for the conference. So overall, let's say there are 400 marks. Your scoring does not depend on only the individual performances in each task. It is only the qualities you carry, how you project them, and how the assessor has perceived you as an officer material. That is how your marks are being given in psych, interview, and GTO series of testings. So how can you prepare is, you should not focus on the individual tests or the individual parts of the selection system. Like, let's say, what if the interviewer asks this question, I will answer in this manner. Or in the group task, if such a kind of command task is given, I'll approach it in such a manner. That is a very wrong approach. Your focus should be on improving your personality overall and trying to be your genuine self during the 5 days there, and leave the selection system to the assessors. This is one common mistake which most of them, like 99% of the aspirants, keep doing. You start thinking from the assessor's point of view, you start thinking about how to get selected, you start thinking about what went wrong. All these things will only add more pressure to your brain and do not help in any manner to improve yourself. Your focus should be only on improving yourself and just keeping your calm during those 5 days and giving your personal best. Leave the assessment techniques, leave the scoring system, leave the performances in individual tasks, leave all that to the assessors over there. They are fairly experienced and well trained to select you guys if you are qualified enough. So let us all focus on reaching those standards and then projecting those standards in the 5 days over there. And let us not think about what is happening in the background. Let us not discuss those things. They will do more harm to you than helping you. So why are these 15 qualities checked? Let us discuss that now. These 15 officer-like qualities which we keep hearing about, I won't name them because you can find them on the internet easily. They are designed by DIPR in such a manner that if a person has these 15 qualities in abundance, that is over a certain threshold, he is likely to become a good defense leader or a combat leader in the future after giving him proper training in respective military academies. So this is the logic behind why those 15 qualities are checked, and not because it is required for every officer or every person who wants to become any officer. These qualities are unique to only defense officers. Officers who will be leading troops in combat, officers who will be commanding their respective units in peace, these kind of gentlemen or women. So these 15 qualities are present in everyone. To be fair, every human being has officer-like qualities to a certain extent in their own styles or manners, depending on their upbringing, their environment in which they have studied, or the kind of people they have been with, the place they have been in, everything. Basically, their entire background till now would have groomed you in those officer-like qualities to a certain level. So why the SSB is looking for a certain high standard of these qualities is, let's say there is some military operation going on, and you are supposed to take decision on the spot. These qualities like courage, determination, able to command a group, all these things will be very crucial, which is why these 15 qualities should be at a more than expected level in comparison to any other civilian leader. So if you look at each of these 15 qualities, you will notice every quality is found in abundance in every defense officer you have ever seen. Like you take example of real life heroes like Captain Vikram Batra or Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan, any of these people. If you notice their life stories, if you even movies have been made on their lives now. So if you watch them and if you compare these 15 qualities with the way they have led their lives, you will see from their early childhood or from the time they have not even become officers, they have been brought up in such a manner, they have groomed themselves in such a manner that their personality has these qualities in abundance. So naturally those kind of people are fit to get recommended, and that is why they could get selected and do wonders in the organization and ultimately sacrifice their lives for the country. So the defense forces are looking at those kind of qualities in any aspiring candidate. So your focus should be on building them to such an extent that you will be able to easily get into the system, get trained, and reach even higher standards, which is, by the way, expected when you get commissioned. So during the selection phase, only a certain level of basic qualities are being expected, which will be further groomed in training. So your focus should be on building a foundation to these qualities and being confident during your SSB. So that is the basic logic behind why the selection system has evolved in such a manner, and why you cannot beat the system, or why you cannot fake it to get in, is again almost covered in the same, because this selection system has been time tested and has been existing for many years now. The assessors being selected have been in the system for quite a long time. So it is not possible for any candidate to fake your qualities and get through, because you are being tested by different people in different techniques, independent of each other. That is the psych interview and GTO, and they are discussing again in the conference independent of each other. So even if you fake it in one attempt, one of the techniques, if there is no synchrony between what you have shown in the psych and what you have shown in the GTO, it is obvious that you have not shown your true self and you will be outright rejected. I won't say rejected also, you will not be recommended, because the selection system is no one to judge you and reject you. They won't recommend you for the forces only. So that is why you should not be focusing on individual tasks or the tests which are being administered in SSB. You should be focusing on building those 15 qualities in real life and trying to show them as much as possible in those 5 days. That is the only thing you can do from your end. Leave the selection to the assessors. So that is some basic background about why the selection system is in such a manner and how it has evolved over time. In the coming few series of lectures, I will be covering more and more about SSB, each tasks, why they have been designed in that manner, and what is the expectation from an ideal candidate. What are the do's and don'ts in each of the tasks. I won't be giving you specific things like, you should write positive stories only, or you should do this thing only. I will explain the logic behind the system and why it has been designed in such a manner, or what an assessor is expecting from a candidate, and let you be your true self and show your genuine qualities, because that is what will help you. And me giving personal tips or tricks will only do damage to you, because that will be not your own self, but that will be something I have trained you for. So this will be my future course of action. I will be putting up videos on screening first, then I'll be going in each of the individual tasks and explaining to you the do's and don'ts. It is a request to all of you watching this. If you found this content helpful, then let me help maximum defense aspirants by sharing these useful insights. So please share this with as many people as possible on every platform, like Instagram, WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, even personally showing your friends this video and the future videos which I'll be doing. Let us all put a combined effort in breaking these myths about SSB and preparing ourselves to become good officers, which we all are capable of. Let us all put a combined effort. That is all for today. I'll be putting my best efforts to create more and more quality content. Keep supporting, and let us all spread love together. That's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Jai Hind.